We have to memorize the Nicene Creed. What's the Nicene Creed?
Why do we recite the creed?
What is a creed, and why do we have them?
Every Sunday throughout the world, in thousands of Catholic churches, believers stand up after the homily and profess the Nicene Creed, this ancient text that proclaims what we believe. A creed comes from the Latin word credo, which means I believe. And we know that faith has content. If I believe in your love for me, that's something real and specific and personal, and so it is with our belief in God. The creed is really the recitation, the narration of God's love for us in the story of Jesus Christ. And so the creed retells that ancient story of Christ's love for us. But it's not simply the recitation of historical events of the past. We are proclaiming that Jesus is alive and active in this moment, in our lives, in this community, that His grace is present and abundant for all, that His death and resurrection go on in our midst, and we find salvation and life in His presence and His work among us. The creed really connects to Jesus' question to His apostles at Caesarea Philippi when He says, "Who do you say that I am?" He starts out by saying, "Who do the crowds say that I am?" But then He brings it down and makes it very personal and says, "Who do you say that I am?" And so when we recite the creed, we're taking the language of the church, but we're called to make that personal and real. Who is Jesus for us? And the answer I give at the age of 7 will be different than the answer I give at the age of 70, because my whole life is this movement, this journey into the fullness of who Jesus is and who I can become in Him. When we profess the creed, it's that faith that unites us and propels us outward to proclaim by our lives the story of God's love for us.
It's the year of faith, and we're connecting Christ and the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Ignite your faith. Share this video with a friend and spark up a spirited conversation today. So what's the next C4 all about? We invite you to come back and see for yourself.